I'm Michael Jackson. Ricky Feather, based in York. I make road bikes for racing, touring, commuting, make single speeds out of steel. About 3.5 years. I never really kind of had a vision of me building bikes originally. I had to get out of the factories and I saw an interview with a builder in America in a magazine, and I saw someone doing something that basically seemed like my dream job, something I could do for the rest of my life. So that's how it came about. Pretty much my whole life I've ridden bikes, just about. Started riding more seriously when I was about 13 or 14 and got a BMX. Been riding BMX since then, so about 12 or 13 years. As I got a little bit older, started riding to work all the time on my BMX. Ended up getting a road bike and a fixed geared bike. And that's kind of where my interest in building the type of bikes I build came from. I've done all sorts, from sheet metal to tiny components for forklift trucks, all the way through to like 30-40 foot long trailers for Arctics. I kind of keep a variation of stuff going on. I don't like to really do the same thing all the time. It keeps it interesting for me as well, but also keeps it interesting for people that look at my work as well. It doesn't take as long anymore because it's just a case of making your brazing neater, your lugged silver brazing, getting the silver just to stop at the edge of the lug, but knowing there's enough in the lug that the joint's full. Not overfilling, that was the biggest challenge, but I'm getting closer and closer to getting that nailed now. So. Mainly the internet, a little bit more word of mouth nowadays, but for the most part the internet, that's worked wonders. I mean, I've only really had a blog until now as well. There's a new website in the works, but the blog's been really helpful. Nine times out of 10 nowadays, people kind of come to me and they want a bike off me because they've liked what they've seen. So for the most part, they give me kind of a briefing of what they want and kind of let me get on with it really. It's a good way to work really, because the bikes develop their own style as you build them. Like the frame that I built with the flames on, the pitchfork on the seat tube sleeve, that took 3 attempts to make. Like I said, the flames you could just freestyle it because there was no symmetry. You kind of just went with the flow and made sure that the flames met up with each other when you got round to the side. But the pitchfork, that was like, it was just tricky because they were just really thin pieces. And yeah, one time it was wonky. The next one I broke one of the forks, and then the third time I got it and got it all right. But it was a lot of work, that frame, but it was well worth it. The road bike last year, I weren't expecting. There was a lot of good stuff there last year. It feels nice to get something, your work's appreciated. I guess to just be patient. Don't expect to make any money very quick. And bide your time, you've got to build your brand and get people into what you're doing. Maybe people think that it's quite an easy thing to get into because there's a few young lads that have got into it, but you've got to love what you do too. It's more than a job. You've got to be committed, you've got to love what you do. Well, I'm going to take a raw stainless one. It's going to be like brushed stainless steel tubes with polished lugs. That's a Columbus XCR frame. I'm hoping to take another raw stainless one as well. That'll be Reynolds 953. And then I've also got a randonneur. I'm going to have custom racks and also potentially have custom lights as well. So that's quite exciting.